Hello everybody and welcome here in Nashville, Tennessee to watch your Christian Brothers High School play a great game of basketball against the Fighting Irish of Father Ryan High School. My name is James Kern alongside Jonah Jordan. Jonah, how are you doing this evening?
I'm doing fantastic, James. How are you?
I'm fantastic also. I can't wait to get some Christian Brothers basketball on against these Fighting Irish of Father Ryan. Father Ryan has a lot of good players and they're really well coached. So Jonah, what do you think CBHS needs to do to stop it?
Well, a lot of things. The last time we played Father Ryan, we lost by one. We were missing Connor Kelly at the time. He's really important. We need to not turn the ball over. Try and limit the offensive rebounds as much as we can. We're a little bigger than them. I think that shouldn't be as much of an issue, and we shouldn't go down early in the first half. Making shots and execution is important in these early first halves.
That's right. I agree with you completely. Father Ryan played really well against the brothers. The best player, as you said, Jamonte Graham, very good player. And CBHS has been playing extremely well lately.
Absolutely.
With that win against BGA by almost 10 points, it was incredible. And Josh Brewer really played well.
Josh Brewer was the reason we won that game. He didn't play great in the first half. He was forcing a little bit too much, but then he just let the game come to him in the third and fourth quarters and scored 19 points in the second half to lead us to victory.
That's right. I think that Christian Brothers is going to do extremely well, and hopefully they'll be able to win this game. So, Jonah, what do you think Father Ryan needs to do if they want to try to beat Christian Brothers?
Well, they need to stop Josh Brewer. That's the most important thing they have to do because he leads the team in scoring. He's our biggest scoring threat on the team. And they need to watch Charlie Oswald because Charlie Oswald had foul trouble last game. But, you know, he can be poised for a big game at any time like we saw at St. Benedict where he dropped 16 points in one quarter to lead the Brothers back and to victory in overtime.
That's right. Father Ryan has had a very good season, as we've been talking about. Their overall record is 17-8, and they had a first-round bye in the TSSAA state playoffs. They were 8-4 in the district. It's kind of hard to do super well in their district when you have Innsworth over there. And
Innsworth is a very good team with Cornell Elder, who's going to Miami. He's a pretty good player. It's a great accomplishment to go 8-4 in their tough division.
Right, and I just want to clarify that Cornell Elder is going to Miami for football. He is I believe, I could be wrong, the 15th best running back in the country. And he also had offers from Purdue and Jacksonville State and Tennessee State for basketball. So he could have done either way, and I think what he wants to do is walk on the basketball team at Miami.
I hope I'm all power to him. I hope he is successful in that endeavor.
He's a very good player. He's undersized but fast and can shoot.
Yeah, he's the fastest player in our division. There's nobody faster than Cornell Elder.
And then another team that was also a first-round bye was Briarcrest from our own district. Tonight they play Baylor. That will be the game that will decide who we play next round if Christian Brothers wins. So what do you think about the Baylor-Briarcrest matchup before the game starts?
Well, I think it already started, but Briarcrest is probably one of the most dynamic teams they have. They have three great guards, led by Donovan Spoles, and then the big man inside, University of Memphis signee Austin Nichols, who is just fantastic. I mean, I was in a shock when we played him. He's got post moves, he's got a jump shot, he's athletic. He's probably the best. Him and Cornell are the two best players in our division, hands down.
That's right. Last year they met in the state championship game. Everybody picked those two schools once again to make it to the state championship. Hopefully CBHS will make a little noise and maybe upset Father Ryan in this game, and then hopefully upset whoever wins the Baylor versus Briarcrest game.
Well, we can't get caught looking ahead here, James, but we do match up pretty well with Briarcrest. We have Robbie Young and Charlie Oswald, and you don't see much size like that in these other teams in the division, where we have somebody the exact same height as Austin Nichols and Charlie Oswald, and then Robbie Paintrain Young, who defensive end for the football team, very aggressive. Very good defensive player. He stepped up in the last game when Charlie fouled out and played fantastic defense against Brian Dangerfield of the Battleground Academy. So, I mean, we have two great defenders to guard to guard Austin Nichols. So, I think it's a good situation we're in right now.
That's right. Well, let's stop talking about what's going to happen soon. Let's focus on the moment. Right now, Christian Brothers and Father Ryan are about to start this off. It appears right now that in a few seconds we'll probably have a prayer and then the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we will give you the starting lineups, and then we'll have tip-off coming in just a few seconds. So just stay tuned for us for just a little bit while we start with a prayer and the Pledge of Allegiance. That was the national anthem performed by the Father Ryan Band, and now we will have the starting lineups for the Christian Brothers Purple Wave. Starting at forward, number 4 is senior Jake McDowell. Starting at guard, number 11 is senior Connor Kelly. Starting at forward, a senior number 22, Cody Galvazinski. Starting at guard, a junior number 24, Josh Brewer. And starting at center, number 33 is senior Charlie Oswald. Head coach for Christian Brothers High School is Bubba Luckett. Starting at guard, number 20, Sean Rollins. Starting at guard, number 32, Jamonte Graham. Starting at forward, number 34, Trevor Graham. Starting at forward, number 42, Slate Ryder. And starting at center, number 44, Griffin Connolly. The head coach for Father Ryan Fighting Irish is Doug Bontrager, and we are just now getting ready to get this game started. So, Jonah, in case anyone is just now tuning in with us, why don't you give the keys to the game for both teams?
We need to limit turnovers, not get off to a slow start, and watch our defensive rebounding. We don't need to let up any easy buckets down low. We should grab all our defensive rebounds that we can. No easy shots for Father Ryan.
So I agree completely, and it looks like we're about to get this game started. It'll be Connolly and Oswald jumping for the brothers. And the brothers control the tip-off as Charlie Oswald tapped it to Connor Kelly, and this basketball game is just underway.
Connor Kelly.
Graham steals it, and Jamonte Graham will take it.
Great defense by Josh Brewer, but Connor Kelly could not get the rebound.
Basket on there was number 20, Sean Rollins, as Cody Garbazinski will now bring it up. Father Ryan takes an early 2-0 lead, as Jake McDowell now controls it for the brothers. Now Brewer. Brewer is the man that Father Ryan's really going to have trouble guarding. He will give it out to Kelly. He'll take a three, and that's too strong. Rebounded by Connolly. Connolly gives it to Graham. Graham pushing, but he slows it up.
The brothers move Jamonte Graham for three, and he puts it in. The brothers are moving the ball very well, but they need better execution on offense and defense.
And here comes Cody bringing the ball up. Cody Garbazinski gives it to Brewer. Brewer getting played tough. Rollins falls down, but Brewer gives it to Cody Garbazinski, who misses. Rebound goes to Ryder. Ryder gives it to Graham. Graham pushing. He shoots it, and it is just short. Rebounded by the point guard Connor Kelly as he was pushing.
That was a nice job getting back by everybody on defense. Good awareness of where Jamonte Graham was, and just great defense.
McDowell now has it. Who gives it to Brewer? Brewer making a move down low. Brewer goes up. He stepped out of bounds. So it'll now be Father Ryan basketball as two subs now come in.
The brothers need to try and throw it down low a little more. They seem to be forcing it on offense a little bit. They need to calm down, not worry about the big stage they're playing on, and just play basketball.
Into the game for Father Ryan. Patrick Stevens replaces Slate Ryder, and Jacob Phillips replaces Sean Rollins. As Ryder can't hit that, he did not replace Rollins, he replaced Graham.
I really like the matchup of our best defensive player and their best offensive player, Cody Garbazinski and Jamonte Graham. Cody's a very good defensive player, and I think he can really limit Jamonte Graham.
A lot of people don't know this, as Jamonte shoots it and it's good. But Cody Garbazinski had a guard, this player from Southland High School, whose name is Jawan Johnson, who's the 26th best player in the country and is going to Marquette. He limited Jawan Johnson this summer to 0 points, and he averaged over 100 points in just 4 games. So that just shows how great that was as McDowell throws that one away.
The brothers seem to be a little confused on offense.
Graham puts up another three. He's feeling it. He puts it in again. Jamonte Graham with his third three. As Father Ryan already goes up 11-0, and Coach Luckett calls a timeout.
There's probably a good timeout to get the brothers calm down and get everything back together. Jamonte Graham's really good, man. They need to pressure him a little bit more out of the three-point line. They can't let him take open threes this whole game, or it's going to be a short night for the brothers.
I mean, there's a reason he's going to Tennessee State. And he's a good basketball player. And I mean, he's hit 3 threes. He's already gotten 2 steals.
The brothers didn't even seem to expect him to pull up for the threes, but they need to pressure him a little bit more up and down the floor.
Last time he killed us with drives. This time he's hurting for us from deep. So it'll be interesting to see how this will bounce back. But I mean, it's early, and we came back from 20 points down against Briarcrest earlier in the season. So it's possible, as Kelly will now bring it up for Christian Brothers.
The brothers just need to calm down on offense and try and get easier shots. They're forcing way too many hard shots.
Brewer will force up a hard shot, and it's off, and Graham is going, and he is pushing. Graham gives it up to Rollins.
It's great transition defense there by the brothers to get everybody back and stop Jamonte Graham from driving.
Jamonte Graham has it, and he gives it now to Rollins. Rollins will put it up a 2, and then as an air ball, and Connor Kelly will control it. He gets it to Garbazinski, and Garbazinski will push it. He throws it away right to Rollins. Rollins will take it up, and he is fouled by Josh Brewer. Josh Brewer's first personal foul, as Sean Rollins for Father Ryan will now go to the line.
This is exactly how the brothers did not want to start this game with turnovers and Jamonte Graham getting hot from three-point range.
Rollins puts in that first free throw. As Connolly,
Matthew Palmy's coming in for Connor Kelly.
And for Father Ryan, Connolly and Peters replace Stevens and Phillips, as Rollins will shoot that, and it is in. Father Ryan, quick early lead, as Garbazinski will now bring it up. Robzinski controlling it. He takes it a little bit, but he gives it to Boer. Boer gives it to Palmy. Boer just earlier this week was announced first team, all division. McDowell has it. Takes it in. Puts it up. It's too strong. Rebounded by Connolly. Connolly gives it to Graham. Graham is pushing it. He gives it to Rollins. Rollins puts up a three, and it is in.
This rush started really rad with the brothers on offense and defense.
Robzinski has it. Robzinski floats it up, and it is long. The brothers Connolly will bring it down.
Really forcing some bad shots. They need to calm down.
Ryder has it. He gives it back to Graham. Trevor Graham sets a screen for Jamonte Graham. Jamonte Graham takes it a little bit, passes it out to Ryder. Ryder fumbles it. Now he gets it back out to Graham. Big man Connolly has it. Father Ryan slowing it down. Get it to Ryder. Ryder gets it to Connolly, but it hits the backboard. Coach Bell's not paying attention.
Nobody saw it bounce off the backboard.
Connolly had it, but it all jump ball, and it will remain Father Ryan basketball. As a massive substitutions now come in for Father Ryan.
This is what Father Ryan can do. They can tire you out, and then they have so much depth on their team. They can just put in a whole new lineup.
Father Ryan very good. As Hunt has it. Hunt now gives it up. Gives it away. Great ball movement being shown by Father Ryan.
They're really running off the clock here.
Williamson gives it to Hunt. Hunt going to take it in a little bit, but he gives it back out to Stevens. Stevens gives it to Uplegger. Williamson trying to make something happen. He can't do it. Now it's Uplegger. He gives it up to Williamson.
The brothers are really having trouble forcing the ball out of somebody's hands, and the Fighting Irish aren't putting up a bad shot. They're not putting up bad shots like the brothers are.
Brent Hunt just fires that up an air ball. Robzinski is fouled by Hunt. The two straight bad possessions there by Brent Hunt. As another complete different lineup now comes in as their starting lineup as both Grahams, Ryder, Connolly, and Rollins are now in for Father Ryan.
Their coach didn't like what he saw from that earlier lineup, so he's just putting a whole new and more miscommunications from the brothers. On offense leads to another turnover.
Graham now controls it.
I think the brothers need to pressure a little bit here to force the ball out of Jamonte Graham's hands.
He's been a force for Father Ryan right now, but this is Rollins who puts that up, and it is off, but there's a fight for the rebound, and Garbazinski controls it. Garbazinski has it. He gives it up to Oswald. Oswald will put up a three, and he'll put it in.
That's much needed there by Charlie Oswald. Great job finding an open spot on the floor on the fast break, and great job by Cody Garbazinski to hit him.
Graham now gives it up to Ryder. Back to Graham. Graham being guarded by Garbazinski. Graham controlling, calling his play with just under 2 minutes now to go. Graham goes up to Trevor Graham, who puts up a three. And he is off as he's rebounded with force by Cody Garbazinski.
Jamonte Graham looked like he wanted to run a little pick and roll there, but just couldn't get it done because of the Brothers defense. That's Cody Garbazinski. Great drive to the basket and puts it in.
Graham has it. Graham being double teamed. And Father Ryan now calls their play. This basketball team lives and breathes with Jamonte Graham. He's a force as all as he
finally misses.
But he'll get it back, but he'll lose it. Brewer has it. Brewer pushing. Brewer with a spin. He calls a charge. That's Josh Brewer's second foul with 1 minute, 4 seconds to go. As Connor Kelly will now replace Josh Brewer.
Brewer probably could have looked up and found somebody else, but it was a good decision. I thought he had an open shot. It looked like he got fouled, but somebody there was there taking charge.
And Phillips just came in for Ryder for Father Ryan. So now you have Rollins controlling it. Trevor Graham giving it to Jamonte Graham. We give it to Phillips. Phillips now to Trevor Graham. Well, right next to the Christian Brothers section that came out in the bus, so you'll be hearing them all night just like we will, as Graham will now be controlling it. Graham,
great defense by Matthew Palmy there.
It is swatted away by Cody Garbazinski.
Three brothers are swarming Graham when he drives to the basket. Matthew Palmy stripped it from him the first time he was able to regain it, but Cody Garbazinski and Charlie Oswald were there to stuff it right back into the wall when he went up with it.
Graham has it. 20 seconds to go. Graham with 4 threes already. As he gives up to cut Rollins. Rollins will finish. 13 seconds. He gives to Garbazinski. 10 seconds in the first quarter. Garbazinski trying to make something happen. As he will put it up himself and he'll put it in. Good shot by Cody Garbazinski.
That was good execution. He saw a shot on the smaller defender and he put it right up.
And Graham threw that one up. But that will be the end of the first quarter. As the brothers trail Father Ryan 18-7. We'll take a very, very short break. You're listening to the Christian Brothers Sports Network. We are now back here live in Father Ryan here in Nashville, Tennessee, as Christian Brothers High School trails Father Ryan 18-7 starting this second quarter. Jonah, what went wrong for Christian Brothers?
Turnovers and Jamonte Graham went wrong. Jamonte Graham was on fire and he knew it. So, I mean, the brothers limited him near the end of the first quarter and limited the turnovers. So hopefully they can get back on track here.
McDowell has it. McDowell trying to take it in. He will put up a little floater. He is off as Palmy tries to hit it at somebody, but instead it goes into the hands of Trevor Graham. Javante controlling it as he gives it to Rollins. Rollins is playing well also. Connolly making a move. That's short. Rebounded by Palmy. Pushing. Gives it to McDowell.
What a pass there by Connor Kelly and what a move, but that was a fantastic pass. He saw Jake McDowell running from the start, sprinting from the half-court line, and just threw up a pass right where McDowell would be, and he got the and one. That was a fantastic play.
McDowell will shoot his free throw, and it will go in. Brothers getting out within single digits. It is now 18-10. Rollins has it. Rollins gives it to Connolly. Connolly gets swatted by Matthew
Palmy is just pumped up for this game. He is so excited. He's just hustle every play, and he's not going to stop.
Patrick Stevens now comes in for Father Ryan, replacing Griffin Connolly as Slay Ryder has it. Go all the way to Rollins. Graham controlling it. Graham trying to make a move.
Another great defensive play there.
Connor Kelly controlling it. Connor Kelly gets over the timeline. Now he's trying to make something happen. He gets it all the way out to McDowell, who put up a three. That's it!
Great execution. Connor Kelly is playing the point very well right now with Jamonte Graham on it.
And there will be a foul there on Charlie Oswald.
Cody took a little elbow to the face there. Looks like he got a little scratch on the side of his face there, so Harrison Denica is going to come in for him.
Yeah, Cody's bleeding, and by rules, if you're bleeding, you have to come out off the court for at least a possession until the next dead ball.
He knew immediately that he had to come out. Hopefully he can come back in soon.
Looks like he'll be okay. He just needs to wash that up a little bit, and I think he'll be right back out here. Cody's a really tough guy.
He's been our best defender this game. Even though we did let up those 3 threes for Jamonte Graham, he has really, really hindered him in these last couple minutes.
I mean, and it's not like he was just like walking to Jamonte Graham. He was standing right in front of Jamonte Graham, and Graham just pulled up and just hit it on him. Yep. You can't really fault him for it.
He was right in his face. That was just great defense by him, but a better shot by Graham. They're having to clean up the floor a little bit here.
Stevens will make that first free throw, excuse me. And he will definitely miss that one as Kelly controls it.
I think now that Cody's out, I think we need to put Matthew there on Jamonte Graham. He's played fantastic defense and on everybody on the court these last few minutes.
Charlie puts up a little baby hook, and that's short, rebounded by Ryder.
He got a little bumped off track there.
Graham pulls it up, and that one is off. Rollins gets the rebound, but that was blocked by Connor Kelly.
Connor Kelly coming up with an unlikely block.
Kelly has it. Kelly gives it to Palmy. Palmy drives it himself. That was blocked. Harrison Denica tried to save it, but it went out of bounds.
Student section didn't seem to like that one very much.
Connolly will throw it into Graham.
Looks like Jake McDowell will be on Jamonte Graham.
That's the open thing for Zach Crone, as he will miss. Denica with the rebounds. Kelly brings it up. Gives it to Charlie Oswald, who gives it to McDowell. Gives it to Denica. He wanted a 3, but didn't have any breathing room. That's Kelly with a great pass.
Another great pass.
He will be fouled by Patrick Stevens and Father Ryan. So Charlie Oswald went out to shoot for 2.
Connor Kelly is whipping the ball over the floor very fast and very efficiently. He's seeing the floor very well right now, and he's killing the Fighting Irish because
Oswald makes the first free throw. With 5 minutes, 27 seconds to go. Oswald, that one won't go. It's Conley with the rebound.
The brothers have done a great job getting into this lead, not getting down on themselves.
Crone has it. Gives it to Rollins. Gives it to Graham. Graham pulls up, and that is off. Oswald with the rebound.
The brothers are really bothering him, forcing up bad shots from him. Oh, what a great move by Jake McDowell to get that bucket. He went right past that defender.
That was a fantastic move. As Graham looks a little bit frustrated as McDowell is guarding him. Graham wants to do it, but he puts it up and he puts it in.
That was just great defense, but a better shot by Jamonte Graham, which seems to be a theme of his this game.
He looks a little frustrated, so I guess when you get frustrated, you might as well just do that and you'll be all better. As it appears that Connor Kelly was fouled by Sean Rollins.
It was a good foul by Father Ryan as we had a wide open play on the top of the key. Connor Kelly drove baseline, threw it out. Another great pass by Connor Kelly.
Here's that Ryder and Phillips have now replaced Crone and Connolly for Father Ryan. As Charlie Oswald controls it, he gives it to Matthew Palmy. Palmy gives Denica. Denica puts up a 3. And that one is off as here's Rollins got the rebound.
Nice tap out from behind by, I believe that was Jake McDowell. Bodies are going everywhere, all over the floor, going for that loose ball.
Graham has it. Graham gives it to Ryder. Ryder putting it up, he can't get it. Reed the follow there by Ryder. You got to go miss, and now he gets it. Palmy has it. Palmy tried to do a cross-court pass, but it is broken away by Jacob Phillips.
These cross-court passes are getting a little dangerous. They're getting closer and closer to Father Ryan hands. They need to be more careful.
But McDowell has it, but he was fouled by Graham. Kelly gives it to Oswald, who gives it to Palmy. Palmy back to Oswald. He'll put up a three. That is long. Fight for the loose ball. And they say is off Jake McDowell, so it will be Father Ryan basketball. And a few people now coming for Father Ryan.
The brothers need to go back to what they were doing earlier and going to the basket, not forcing out contested jump shots. That was a little open for Charlie Oswald, but I think he should have driven a little bit there, as the brothers have had success doing that.
Bontrager, Uplager, Hunt, Stevens, and Graham are all over.
It's a good rebound by Jake McDowell. Pulled it right out of Father Ryan player's hands.
There's Matthew Palmer driving. He throws it, he gets it to go. 3 minutes, 22 seconds. Father Ryan working around. Hunt has the ball. Hunt gives it to Uplager, who is swarmed. There's a jump ball by Matthew Palmy.
Matthew Palmy has just been one big ball of energy this game, coming in, playing Josh Brewer's minutes.
And now an entire team substitution now for Father Ryan as Connolly, both Grahams, Ryder, and Rollins are all in. And Christian Brothers will call a timeout. It seems like CBHS really has come out this quarter to prove that they deserve to be in this quarterfinal match.
They looked a little down on themselves after that 13-0 start by Father Ryan, but they've certainly picked it up in these last few minutes and come back with a vengeance. They've really done well driving the ball to the basket, and Jake McDowell hit a three. They're playing without their best scoring threat in Josh Brewer. And Matthew Palmer really stepped in, brought defensive intensity and hustled every single play, and they played well.
That's why I've loved Matthew Palmer all season long, because he'll hustle the entire time and he will never stop.
We're still missing Cody Garbazinski as he went out with injury, with the rebounding and guarding a little bit, but I think the brothers can pick it back up.
Brewer has checked in now for Denica.
I think that's a little sooner. I think Coach Luckett went to the JV player a little sooner than he wanted to and played him a few more minutes than he would normally in that situation just because of Cody Garbazinski's injury.
Palmy just lost it there.
He couldn't get a handle on the ball.
I mean, it happens sometimes.
Happens to the best of us.
As Graham now will bring the ball up. Graham gives it to Connolly. He gets to Rollins, who throws up a wild shot. There's a fight for the rebound, and there's a foul. Foul was on Matthew Palmy. As Slate Ryder now will go to the free throw line for Father Ryan. Ryder misses the first free throw. And here's Ryder. And he makes the second one. This is now 24-18 with 2 minutes, 46 seconds. Kelly bringing the ball up.
Connor Kelly's done a really great job running the point today. Getting the ball to open people and not forcing anything.
Boom, a tough shot puts it in. That's what Josh Brewer will do to you.
He wants to make up for those first two early fouls and the 2 shots he missed earlier in the game. Those are the kind of shots he made against Battleground Academy that just completely won the brothers the game.
And Brewer has it again. Brewer tried to get it down low to McDowell. And they say that it was off Connolly, I believe. Yes, so it will stay Christian Brothers basketball.
Jake McDowell saved the ball off of Connolly that play.
I'm not sure exactly what happened.
It looks like Matthew Palmy may have run over a Father Ryan player.
As Graham now brings the ball up. Graham gives it to Rollins, he gives it to Graham. Let's say Graham has it being guarded by McDowell.
Javante Graham seems to be a little confused on the offense.
Trevor Graham has it, he'll put up a three and he'll put that in.
The brothers need to do a better job contesting the corner threes that Father Ryan is getting. They seem to be wide open. Need to close out a little quicker.
Kelly has it. Kelly gives it to McDowell. McDowell gives it up to Oswald. He gives it to Kelly. And there will be a foul called on Javante Graham. The second foul.
Matthew Palmy is coming out, and he definitely deserves a rest after all the hard play.
Denica now checks back in as Oswald put up a three, and that is off. Rebounded by Boer. But there's a foul. Let's see who is called on. It appears that it is on Sean Rollins for Father Ryan. As Alex Areola now checks in for him. And there's 1-1 with Josh Brewer at the line with 1 minute, 18 seconds. And Brewer can't finish that.
That's just unlucky right there. That was perfect all the way in until it hit the back rim barely and spun around.
Phillips has it. Gives it to Ryder. He's going to give it to Areola. Areola to Stevens. Graham has it. Gives it to Areola. Fight for the ball. Good over and back call.
The brothers did a very good job of forcing back the Father Ryan offense to the half-court line and force the over and back.
48.7 seconds to go in this first half. Kelly now controls it for the brothers. Brewer has it. Brewer had trouble with it, but he'll put it up himself. And that is off, but he gets his own rebound. He puts up again. And it is off. Brothers just can't buy a basket.
Seems to be a lid on the rim right now.
25.9 seconds. Matthew Palmy now checks in for Josh Brewer as Javante Graham and Sean Rollins come in for Jacob Phillips and Alex Areola. Graham controlling it with 20 seconds to go in this first half. It appears that they will hold for the last shot. 10 seconds now. Give it to Ryder. He'll give it to Trevor Graham, who is fouled.
That was great ball movement there by Father Ryan to find the open man under the basket. Harrison Denica and Matthew Palmer were a little late getting there on the contest.
Matthew Palmer was charged with the foul. Now is Trevor Graham to the line for Father Ryan with 3 seconds left on the clock. As Areola, Phillips, and Williamson now come in to replace Stevens, Graham, and Rollins. As Trevor Graham puts it in.
The brothers going on a little offense-defense here with Matthew Palmy and Josh Brewer. Let's see how quickly they can advance the ball.
Essentially 4 seconds. Charlie Oswald with a great catch. He puts it up. That is off.
Not even close.
and the brothers are currently trailing follow line 29-20 after this first half. Right now we'll take a short break. We'll be back with you live with stats from first half and a little things of what's been happening lately at Christian Brothers High School. You're listening to Christian Brothers Sports Network. We'll be right back. welcome back. You're live here in Nashville at Father Ryan High School as Christian Brothers Purple Wave currently trail Father Ryan Fighting Irish 29-20. And Jonah, this hasn't really been looking too hot so far for the brothers.
Well, there's some positives and there's some negatives. Well, one huge negative is that we lost Cody Garbazinski. Hopefully he can come back in the game. He missed a key stretch there at the end of the second quarter. Hopefully he can come back, but we can't be having 9 turnovers in one half and allowing 9 offensive rebounds. It was our keys to the game. I mean, this is what happened, exactly what happened last game against Father Ryan. They're very good at forcing turnovers and relentless going after offensive rebounds. So hopefully when Cody Garbazinski comes back into the game, it can help a little bit.
And the brothers haven't been doing exceptionally well on defense, as Jamonte Graham already has 11 points, and so does Sean Rollins. Griffin Connolly was the second person that we were really watching out for at the beginning of this game. He is limited to 0, but Rollins has come out of nowhere and played really well.
Well, Connolly was being guarded for most of the time he was in. He was being guarded by Matthew Palmy, who was playing very great defense this game.
And this has been a really tough stretch so far for the brothers. Hopefully they can be able to bounce back. And I see Cody Garbazinski right now walking in, and it appears he has a gigantic bandage over his right eye.
Yeah, we just got word that he's fine and he will be playing. He doesn't look too happy right now. So hopefully he can play with that bandage on his eye and be effective like he was in that first half.
Well, just for right now, while we have a few minutes left before the game starts up, we're going to tell you a little bit about what's been going on at Christian Brothers so far. The wrestling team has been done exceptionally well this year. They won both the state duels championship, and they just won the individual state championship. So that's 2 completely different categories, both victories. Jonah, what do you have to say about that?
Well, we're the first West Tennessee school to come in first in the state individuals, which is a huge accomplishment. And the brothers have worked really, really, really hard. The hardest working sports team at Christian Brothers. Not to say that the other sports don't work hard, but I know for a fact that they're in there day in, day out, trying their hardest to get better and improve and win.
And a few other people, Caleb Baker, senior Caleb Baker won state individually. Elijah Oliver won state individually, and Nick Gray won state individually. Baker and Gray are both seniors. Oliver, a sophomore. Oliver has won it both his freshman and sophomore year, and Baker has won 3 state championships, and Gray was his first. Congratulations for the 3 of those guys.
Caleb Baker will be going to Arizona State to wrestle, and he's an amazing talent. He's been a high-profile wrestler ever since he came to Christian Brothers and just been a force.
And one of the few things that also is going on, a taste of CBHS is about to happen at Christian Brothers, where a ton of different local restaurants are all going to come and share some of their food. I know Garibaldi's and Huey's and a few others, really good local restaurants are going to provide some food. And Ortho Memphis is sponsoring it. The tickets are $60, and it will be March 1st. I know my parents are going to attend it, so I'm sure it will be fun for everybody that goes.
Yeah, it should be fun. It should be a great event at Christian Brothers. Many local restaurants. Everybody's super excited for it.
It was really popular last year, so I'm excited for it to come back. And also, tickets are now on sale for the Brothers on Stage Winter Show. You can't take it with you. This is a comedy to be enjoyed. Get your tickets now, only $5 for students, from Miss Montesi in the lobby. And the show will go from February 22nd through the 28th. 23rd through 28th. That will be produced by Michael S. Williams. He's a really good theater director, and I'll be excited. I think I'm gonna go see it. What about you?
Yes, I'm probably going to go see it. It's supposed to be a really good show, and it's supposed to be in black and white, which should be very interesting.
That would be interesting.
Yeah, it should be a great play. Michael Williams always does his best to put on a great show.
That's right. And right now we're getting ready to go right back for the brothers. And this quarter is just about to start, as Connor Kelly will now control it. And they call a travel on Kelly as Kelly trips. So it will now be Father Ryan basketball. Not the best way to start off this first half. Graham brings it up. He gives it to Rollins. The lineups that started the game are starting the second half. As Graham is now in, and it's nice to see Garbazinski back on the floor, isn't it, Jonah?
Oh, absolutely.
And speak Garbazinski, he's guarding Graham as Graham misses. And Kelly will come up with that loose rebound. Garbazinski has it, who gives it to Oswald.
Great pass by Oswald.
And there'll be a foul called.
That was a great pass by Oswald to see that McDowell had position and had a good position and was going to go for the foul.
That was Griffin Connolly's foul. As the second foul, McDowell will miss that first free throw. 7 minutes, 20 seconds to go in this second half. In this third quarter. McDowell shoots it, and that one is good.
This is how you get back in the game. You play great defense, and you continue to try and get to the foul line to get easy points with the clock off. Or stop.
Ryder gives it to Graham. Graham controlling it now as he is calling his play.
He seems to be calling more plays instead of looking for his own shot like he did in the first few minutes when they went on that huge run.
Yeah, but you can't sleep on them, that's for sure.
Oh, no. They need to be aware.
Graham gives it up to Ryder. He tries to give it to Rollins, but it's intercepted by Charlie Oswald, as Garbazinski will now have it. Garbazinski will take it in himself. He gives it back to Kelly, who gives it to Oswald. Garbazinski taking it in himself, and he'll put it in.
And one. Oh, no.
They call a charge.
Wow. Nope, they changed their minds.
Okay, so there will be one shot.
They can't make up their minds on this side of the floor tonight.
Well, it looked like, I think he said count it. And when he put his arm down, he pointed it toward Father Ryan's direction. So that's what everybody thought was a charge. But I'm sure he was just doing the count it symbol. So we just messed up a little bit. It's okay. And now Garbazinski will now try to complete the three-point play, which would be huge. And he does.
Charlie Oswald needs to continue to play great defense down there with Cody Garbazinski leading the offense. I think Charlie Oswald just has played defense, been switched on pick and rolls on different defenders almost every single time down the floor. I think he's guarded Jamonte, both Grahams, Connolly, I think Phillips. He's doing a great job out there.
He really is. As Graham now controls it. Graham takes it, but he will pass it off to Ryder, who tries to move on Boer, but Boer takes it himself. And now he will give it to Kelly. Kelly will give it to Garbazinski. Garbazinski, good pass to McDowell. McDowell will finish.
They're going to McDowell down on the low post on the smaller defender. Timeout, Father Ryan.
Vaughn Traeger called that timeout, and with 5 minutes, 50 seconds to go, Christian Brothers is now right back in it. Only down 3 with 5:50 to go in the third quarter. Jonah, they came to play the second half.
Yeah, they did. They're super excited. They look looser than they did, and they look more excited and happy and not tense and just nervous. They're joking around on the layup line. They're joking around on the bench. It's nice to see.
And we're getting ready to get right back into this, as Phillips is now into the game. He replaced Connolly as Graham now controls it. Graham gives it to Phillips. Phillips now gives it to Rollins. He's played well, but he gives it to Graham. 5 minutes, 33 seconds as Graham trying to make something happen, but it is
stripped by Boer. That's great. Double teaming on the pick and roll.
Boer trying to make something happen with a nice little spin. He'll put it in.
He hung in there for a little bit. He put the Father Ryan player on his ankles and just spun up around 2 people and put it in with one hand. That was a great move.
It really was a fantastic move as Graham now controls it. Graham controls it. He gives it to Graham. Phillips gives it to Rollins, who now gives it to Graham. Great ball movement by Father Ryan. Graham wants it. He'll take it. But that was partially blocked. has it. Burr gives to Garbazinski. And McDowell puts it in as the Brothers just now take their first lead.
The Brothers are going to continue going to McDowell in the post. It's working every time. And he's just putting it up over the smaller defenders. Just great moves, great passes. The Brothers are clicking right now on offense and playing very intense defense.
There's Sean Rollins hitting a three right back. Garbazinski.
Little too excited there on offense, trying to force it and get a big play there. Need to keep it like it were, keep it basic, not force too much.
Stevens will now check in for Ryan, replacing Phillips.
Great contest there by Jake McDowell.
And there will be a jump ball. Possession arrow. We're pointing toward is to Father Ryan, so Father Ryan will retain the ball. Graham has it. Graham gives it to Rollins. Back to Graham. Graham will put up himself. He's fouled, and that somehow went in. With 3 minutes, 38 seconds. That was fouls on Cody Garbazinski. That's his first foul. Graham puts it in. Now it's 35-30 with 3 minutes, 35 seconds to go in this third quarter. Give it to Oswald. Oswald tries to give it to Garbazinski. It is off. It was off Garbazinski's hands, it says. So it will be Father Ryan basketball.
The Brothers need to stop forcing it. Look for the easy shot. They were like they were doing earlier. Just getting the flow of the game again. They seem to be rattled a bit here by the two straight three-point plays that Father Ryan got. They need to start executing a little better on offense, but they just need to calm down.
Graham has it. Now gives it to Ryder. Ryder now off to Rollins. Gives it back to Graham. Graham has it. He gives it a long pass to Rollins. Rollins will put up a three. That one is off. As a scuff for this ball, and Brewer will control it. Brewer will slow it down. Good decision as he will now bring it ball back.
The Brothers need to move a little bit more off ball. Seem to be stagnant. Looking at great pass by Connor Kelly and great execution by Charlie Oswald. But the Brothers need to move a little bit more off ball. They seem stagnant looking at the ball handler to make a play.
Javonte Graham controlling it. With 2 minutes, 15 seconds to go in this third quarter. Javonte Graham has it. He goes up and that goes in.
Right in between three people. That was a great move.
2 minutes to go in this third quarter. Garbazinski will control it. Garbazinski gives it to Oswald. Oswald now to Kelly. Kelly to McDowell. McDowell put up the three. He hit one earlier. That one's off. Rebound by Ryder as Graham controls it. Graham gives it to Rollins. Rollins will put up a three. That one's off. The rebound by Ryder. He'll put that in. Kelly has it. Kelly tries to get it to Burr, but it's a turnover. Rollins has it. And Burr cannot block him as Rollins lays that up and in.
The Brothers are trying to force too much on offense. They need to get back into the flow like they were earlier. Go back into the post to Jake McDowell.
Garbazinski has it. There's a foul called on Jake McDowell, his second foul.
Who's being a little too aggressive there on offense, trying to get post position.
Graham has it.
Father Ryan seems content to slow it down and let Jamonte Graham find a shot. Wait for the offense to move around him and let him find a shot.
Graham has it. Graham will take it himself, and he will put that in.
That's his second straight shot right between three people.
Brewer has it with 42 seconds. Brewer gives it to McDowell. McDowell gives it to Oswald. Oswald will try to put it up, but it's blocked. Graham has it. Graham will put it up for three. And that is it.
He's just taking over the game.
Gobzinski has it. As the Father Ryan student section is bowing down to Jamonte Graham, as they should.
Yeah.
This is incredible. This is an incredible performance being put on by him. But Gobzinski was fouled, and now he is going to the line to shoot two with 10 seconds to go. And that is just short. As Denica comes in for Boer. And Stevens and Ryder come out now and will be replaced by Rollins and Connolly. Garzinski's second free throw is in. 10 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Graham has it. Graham will give it out to Rollins. Rollins with a corner three. That's off. Rebounded by Denica, who gives it to Palmy, who throws it up, and that is way off. As the third quarter ends, Christian Brothers trails Father Ryan 46-33. We're going to take a very short break.
Jamonte Graham on his long run there, so hopefully the Brothers can stop him this upcoming quarter.
We'll take a very quick break. My name is James Cook. He's John Jordan. Listening to Christian Brothers Sports Network. We are here live back in Nashville at Father Ryan High School. It's Chris Brothers Purple Wave Trail. The Father Ryan Fighting Irish by 13 points. I mean, Jonah, what does Chris Brothers need to do to try themselves to get back in this and win this basketball game against a team with very, very good players and coached very well?
They need to stop Jamonte Graham and make some shots on offense. I mean, they cannot get a bucket to go in now.
And Josh Brewer's miss hit the top cord that connects with the basket, so that is called a dead ball, so it will now be Fighting Irish basketball.
The Brothers need to pressure half quarter. Jamonte Graham's just going to hold the ball and go to the basket.
He just did there, and that one was long, but it is corralled by McDowell.
He made that shot in the last quarter, so it's good to see him miss.
As Palmy will put that in. That was a good shot by Palmy.
Absolutely. It's great drive. Put his head down and put up a little hook shot.
Phillips loses it, and now Gobzinski controls it. Gobzinski gives it to Oswald. Oswald with a nice move, and he'll finish. Just like that, 4 quick points.
Just exactly what the Brothers needed. Turnovers and get the ball down the floor. Hopefully they can keep up the defensive intensity as Father Ryan calls timeout.
And now Bontrager for Father Ryan called a timeout. Father Ryan, team, very good players, very well coached. Jonah, what do you think? You think we're coming back and we're making some moves. I mean, this game is not over.
No, it's not over, but if Jamonte Graham did what he did last quarter to us again, it will be over shortly. In
the game for Father Ryan is Ryder, both Grahams, Rollins, and Connolly. And in the game for CBHS is Boer, Oswald, McDowell, and Garbazinski, and Palmy.
I like that Cody Garbazinski is coming out half court to force Graham to pass him or maybe go to the basket sooner and not just move the ball around and stand.
I love having
block.
And that is off Rollins. A wild shot went off.
Crazy shot. I don't know what he was exactly thinking there.
It's 6 minutes, 58 seconds as Garbazinski will now bring it up. I like how we have both Garbazinski and Palmy in, both two very defensive-minded players. As Boer gets out to McDowell, who pump fakes. He forces up a hard shot, but that is an air ball as Graham not pushing. Graham putting it up himself. That's off as Oswald now has it. Who gives it up? To Garbazinski. Garbazinski now to McDowell. McDowell Boer.
The brothers are looking for Boer to score some points in this quarter. He's been quiet this game.
And McDowell is fouled, so he will get 2 shots with 6 minutes, 19 seconds.
He needs to make these free throws. Easy shots with the clock stopped. That's exactly what the brothers need.
McDowell gets the friendly bounce. As Stevens now replaces Connolly for Father Ryan.
Jake McDowell is exactly who we want at the line in this situation.
And he will knock it down. Graham has it. He gives it to Rollins. Now he gets Trevor Graham. To Ryder. Graham. Father Ryan's been showing fantastic ball movement all game long.
Graham looks a little tired out there after what he did to the brothers in this last quarter.
Ryder has it. Goes back to Javante Graham. Graham has it.
The brothers are doing exactly what they need to do. They probably need to put a little more pressure on the Father Ryan to try and force some turnovers as they're running off a little bit of clock here.
That's exactly what they're doing. They're trying their hardest to just run off clock. Graham has it. Tennessee, one of the states that does not have a shot clock policy, so they can just hold as long as they want to, as McDowell fouls Graham.
It's one part of aggressive defense that's not so great is there's fouls. I mean, yeah, not good.
And there's a timeout called by Coach Luckett. 5 minutes, 12 seconds. Christian Brothers trails 39-46. Jonah, I mean, I think the way to win, the way to get back in this is to keep the ball out of Graham's hands. Like, forget just trying the best play, great defense. Just get it out of his hands.
Get it out of his hands. Try and get a turnover somewhere else. I mean, just deny the ball from him, and just keep playing great defense on the other players. It's going to be difficult to come back from this deficit, but the brothers are doing a great job right now on offense and defense.
So Ryder will now throw it in. Gives it to Graham. Gives it to Javante Graham. He was trapped by the brothers. And he traveled. It will be CBHS basketball with 5 minutes and 4 seconds.
Great double team by Cody Garbazinski and Jake McDowell to force the turnover on Javante Graham, who tried to split instead of looking to pass.
Garbazinski has it. Garbazinski making some moves. He gives it to Palmy. Palmy gives it up to McDowell. McDowell with a nice move. He'll put it up. That is just too strong. Oswald with the rebound. He puts it in. Great shot by Charlie Oswald.
Great rebound. He knew exactly where the ball was going to come off the rim and went straight for it.
4 minutes, 40 seconds. This game is not over. CBHS went down by 5. Graham has it. Graham trying to best take it. And that's a foul called. That will be on Cody Garbazinski. That is his second foul. 4 minutes, 34 seconds to go in this fourth quarter. As they call a push.
Javonte Graham looks a little rattled out there by how physical Cody Garbazinski's being.
Ryder gives it to Graham. He's back to Ryder. He's back to Graham. He's back to the other Graham. Another trap, a good trap.
He split the double team and
he'll somehow finish. As there's 4 minutes, 19 seconds. McDowell has it. Gives it to Palmy. Palmy gives it to Oswald. Oswald with a good pump fake. Gives it back to McDowell. McDowell tried to go, but he was stripped. As Graham now has it. But the Irish trying to kill as much clock off as they can, but another foul is called on Cody Garbazinski. That's his 4th foul. And Garbazinski will now come out. Been playing really hard, but just foul trouble as Harrison Denical will check back in.
Can't seem to get over the hump. They come back from 14 down, went on a 10-0 run to just have Javonte Graham hit some crazy shots.
And this Rollins. Ryder blocked by Oswald.
Great defense there.
Good rebound by Demica. As Demica will not bring it up. Who gives it to Palmy? He gives it to McDowell. McDowell wide open. He puts it in.
Great pass by Palmy. He saw that he was double teamed, knew somebody would be wide open, and Jake McDowell was right under the basket ready for the pass.
Graham has it. And there is Ryder. Ryder gives it to Graham. Back to Ryder.
Father Ryan has open shots for the players, but they're just passing up to try and run off the clock.
The only problem with that philosophy is if they don't shoot it, then Christian Brothers can come back. So hopefully CBHS will be able to come up with some turnovers. And that foul was on Matthew Palmy. Rollins will miss. Rebounded by Oswald. Good foul.
Absolutely. It's a good foul as long as they miss.
Brewer has it. He gives it to Palmy. He gives it to McDowell. McDowell now will finish.
McDowell's playing so great down there in the low post on their smaller players. I think we should keep feeding the hot man.
McDowell on Graham.
He's guarding Javonte Graham all the way down the floor. He's not letting up on him.
And he's definitely not letting him go left. I mean, not letting him go right. He's really straining on the right side, so that way Graham can't go on his stronger side. But Graham's trying really hard, but McDowell won't let him as we are now triple teaming him. And they call a foul. And that is on Matthew Palmy. Graham can't hit as Oswald now has it.
Javonte Graham looks a little tired out there after playing so many minutes.
Gives it to McDowell. McDowell has played exceptionally well. As Cody goes, this will put it up. That's short. It will be CBHS ball. That was off Stevens. Kelly now checking in. He is replacing Dinica. Dinica bringing down 2 rebounds, so good play for him coming off the bench. As they now give it to Boer.
I think the brothers need to look for an easy shot and not force up a 3.
And the foul is called on Rollins. And that's his 3rd personal foul as Coach Bontrager will now take a timeout for Father Ryan. CBHS down by 3 with just under 2 minutes to go. Jonah, what does CBHS need to do to make sure they can hold on?
Well, they need to play defense without fouling, and if they do foul, they need to foul. I think Jamonte Graham, he looks like he's exhausted out there. I think if anybody needs to be fouled, it needs to be him, so he can hopefully miss free throws. But right now we just need to focus on offense and execute perfectly right here. Don't force up any contested shots and do not rush it.
I agree with you completely. And I think that really you have to give it to Jake McDowell. Wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. He's carried this brothers team with Josh Brewer, Cody Garbazinski struggling on offense. Jake McDowell has absolutely stepped up.
He has played exceptionally well this game. And Brewer gives it to McDowell. Gives it back to Brewer. Brewer gives it to Kelly. 1 minute, 45 seconds to go in this basketball game. As McDowell now has it. McDowell put up a jump shot. That is short. As Graham now has it. Graham taking it in, and they call another foul.
Not the shot we probably wanted on offense there. Probably could have gotten a little bit better shot, but he was open, just could not put it down.
And Graham will put that free throw in with 1 minute, 29 seconds. That foul was on Josh Brewer. That's his third foul. And Graham will shoot it, and that one is in also. 50-45, 1 minute, 27 seconds. Garbazinski has it. Garbazinski takes it himself, and they're calling it on the floor. The basket will not count. 1 minute, 21 seconds to go. Foul was on Trevor Graham, his third, as McDowell now has it. Now gives to Kelly. Kelly put up a deep three. And that one is off. As Garbazinski gets the rebound. Garbazinski has the ball. Garbazinski trying to make something happen. He gives it to McDowell. McDowell being guarded heavily, but he will be fouled. Now he will have 2 shots at the free throw line.
That was great execution by the brothers. Get a good shot, but it was contested. He got fouled. I think it would have gone in. If it hadn't been, it was a hard foul. So hopefully Jake McDowell can hit these free throws and make it a 3-point game.
It is 59.6 seconds to go. McDowell can't hit the first free throw. Connolly now checks in for Stevens, and Palmy now checks in for Kelly. McDowell is long. Graham has it.
He just went through 3 Christian Brothers players.
They're calling another reaching foul. It appears that they have called that on Josh Brewer. Graham makes free throw. As the same substitutions come back on the floor. For Father Ryan Stevens for Connolly, and for Christian Brothers Kelly for Palmy. And Graham will miss that one as Jake McDowell has the rebound. Kelly's controlling the ball. Kelly with a good move and a good pass to Brewer. Brewer tries to get it to Kelly, but he can't. Graham has it. And Graham is fouled hard by Connor Kelly with 33.6 seconds to go. Brothers down by 6.
There's a little miscommunication on offense there, and just couldn't quite get the ball to who they wanted to.
First free throw is up, and it's good by Graham. That extends the lead to 7 points. Now a 3-possession basketball game with 33 seconds. And he misses that one. Garzinski has it. Garzinski brings it up. He's going for the quick 2. He'll put it up, and he just can't fall. And it will retain CVHS's ball.
I think the brothers need to look for a quick 3 here from Josh Brewer or Cody Garzinski.
Brewer throws it into Oswald, who now gives it to Kelly. Kelly back to Brewer. Brewer tries to take it himself, but he is fouled. With 17.5 seconds to go. Josh Brewer now at the line for Christian Brothers.
Free throws are also a good alternative because if you can put them in, they're easy points with this clock stopped.
Brewer puts up the first, and that is off. Connolly now back in for Stevens, and Palmy now back in for Kelly. Josh Brewer now makes it. 52-46, 17.5 seconds. The coach Bontrager called a timeout for Father Ryan with 16 seconds left to go. Jonah, Christian Brothers played well, but Father Ryan just played a little bit better.
Well, yeah, DeMonte Graham absolutely took over in the second half. It seemed like he scored every point for them. I think he did actually score every point for them besides 3, which is just insane. He's been out of his mind. He's taken over this basketball game. The brothers have come back, but just cannot get over the hump every time.
It just seems like every time CVHS was making a run and would get the lead for a few seconds, Graham would just come out of nowhere and
shut the door.
I know, he just would split through 4 different defenders. I mean, it's just uncanny. I mean, that's why he's going to college for basketball.
Absolutely. He definitely deserves the scholarship that he's getting.
And Ryder now got it. And he's fouled by Palmy. Matthew Palmy is now fouled out of the basketball game. Palmy played really well.
He's played very well. He's played great defense on whoever he's been asked to defend this game. He's been asked to defend their big man Connolly, DeMonte Graham, and everybody pretty much. He's played great. This is not the way he probably wanted to end his senior season, though.
Ryder misses that first free throw. I mean, hey, if miss this one, now if Chris Brothers can get a quick 3, then this game is not over. And Garzinski cannot hit it. And they foul Ryder once again.
That was probably a little quick shot, too quick of a shot there. But
and it appears that Garbazinski will be going out and will be replaced by Harrison Denica. Denica will now come in as Ryder will shoot his free throws. He puts in the first. And that one's probably the nail in the coffin, Jonah.
Absolutely, yeah, probably. I mean, hard to make up this many points in 8 seconds. But the brothers have played very well. Had a great season.
Brewer banks in a 3.
At the end of, yep.
And Josh Brewer 3, the game is now over. Christian Brothers falls to follow line, 49-54. Difficult loss for the brothers. Their season ends with a really good record. And Father Ryan will now be taking on the winner of Briarcrest and Baylor. So we'll be seeing how this will all play out.
The brothers don't need to be down on themselves. They played great. They went up against Jamonte Graham, who is just a fantastic player.
He's just a force. He's just a really good force. I mean, Father Ryan's got a lot of good players and they're well coached, so it's hard to overcome that. Well, we're going to take a very, very short break. We'll come back to you with stats and just a little recap of CBHS season. Right back. My name is James Kern. He's John Jordan. You're listening to Christmas Sports Network. We're here live back in Nashville as Christian Brothers has just fallen to Father Ryan, 54-49. Brothers in their season in the quarterfinals of the TSSAA state playoffs. A little stats for you. The leading scorer for Christian Brothers was Jake McDowell with 19 points. And the leading scorer of Father Ryan was Jamonte Graham with 27 points in 29 minutes. So he scored a point for pretty much every single minute he was in. That's very, very impressive.
Yeah, that really is. He played fantastic basketball.
It was just entirely Jamonte Graham for Father Ryan, as he had 27, and Sean Rollins had 16 for Father Ryan, and the next highest score was 5. So, I mean, that just shows you how just devastatingly good Jamonte Graham is. He also had 4 assists.
Jamonte Graham had every point except for 3, and that last half, I mean, he took over the basketball game. He was making crazy shots in between 4 brothers defenders. He showed that he deserved to be here on this floor, and the brothers just could not get over the hump, and they looked just defeated near the end of the game. Couldn't get the ball to go in the basket, looked frustrated. It's not the way they wanted to end the season, but they definitely had a great season. I mean,
there are a lot of positives to look on. I mean, you can't fault fault the brothers or anything. They had a terrific season. And sometimes the ball just doesn't go in the hoop for you, and that was a good case for everyone on the court today besides Jamonte Graham.
Absolutely. The brothers need to be proud of their performances over the season, and they have things to look forward to for the next season, like the encouraging play of Harrison Denica from the JV team, and then Josh Brewer, who plays for varsity. He's going to be a senior next year. He just played out of his mind lately, just could not get it going tonight because of foul trouble and other things. But he's been a force, and they have good things to look forward to next year. I'm sure the seniors did not want to go out like this, but they played great.
They really did, and as you said, with the guys who will be coming up next year, they'll have Harrison Denica, Brody McLaughlin, Dominic Volpe. You'll have Garrett Lee, who played only JV this year, but I've heard that he has been improving greatly and will hopefully get some varsity minutes next year. So, and then a few sophomores like Shantari Alexander and Frederick Douglas, who will also maybe get some playing time next year. Well, that should wrap it up for Christian Brothers Sports Network. My name is James Kern. He's Jenna Jordan. This will be we will broadcast some lacrosse games this year, soccer games, and baseball games. We want to make sure you tune to those, but the dates have not been finalized yet. We are still working on which games we can do, and we can have the personnel for, but we will bring you all through those sports, hoping one rugby game, but that's not for certain. So CBHS Sports Network will definitely be around with you as long as you want us to be. And my name is James Kern. He's Jenna Jordan. We'll see you next time. Have a good night and go Brothers.